embrace the possibilities.
Let's make the future for 360 film.
I think we should do our cities and buildings differently. This is my message. Think.
And development for me means increase in complexity.
It's a simple addition for a designer, but it saves a lot of time in practice.
Why is the resident not so clever?
So this could be interesting for you as well.
You can actually stand on two legs and walk on two legs. Who does it on one leg? Can we say the same about hulls? Can we stay on one hull and be stable? We prefer two legs, two hulls. Multi-hulls, little history. Are they new? Have they been around for maybe hundreds of years, thousands of years? They were sailing circles around James Cook's Endeavour in 1770. He couldn't believe his eyes how fast they were. Proas, trimarans and catamarans. Now in the last 50 years there's been a real revolution in the multi-hull world. Not an evolution like what's been happening in the single hull world. Some fantastic new concepts have been developed thanks to smaller size multi-hulls. Easier to develop, easier to mold, series production. These companies, this is Lagoon, are now more successful than single hull manufacturers. Now the superyacht industry will benefit from this development. Benefits come from composite materials, because these constructions have to be stiff, they have to be strong, and they need to be as wide as possible for optimum stability and more sail area. Or, you just saw a racer, in case of a cruiser, a catamaran gives you deck space. Lots of toys can be stored above deck, and of course you're stable, you're not rolling at anchor. Harbours these days are full in the Mediterranean, and where would you like to be at anchor? In front of Monaco, but rather stable on two legs or three legs than one leg. Now, they have not been produced, multi-hull superyachts in Europe, but rather in the USA, Australia and Asia. Some examples of multi-hulls. You just saw catamarans. This is it a trimaran? Is she a trimaran? Yes, she has a little outrigger hull, a little side hull, giving stability, so the main hull can be slimmer and therefore more efficient. Another example of a multi-hull. This is not a good example of an aesthetic, sleek design, but it gives the advantage of comfort, space, a large deck, huge interior spaces, whilst having again an efficient main hull. The swath, small waterplane area. She has a very slim hull and is not affected by movements from waves. On the other hand, once she starts moving, adding a lot of weight at the bow or stern, she will move. So they have some limits. Owners of superyachts, I have found out that they have woken up to the huge advantages of these ships. Look at the deck space that's available. Two hulls and a bridge deck in the middle. Now, have we missed any other advantages? Shallow draft, low fuel consumption because the hulls can be slim, wave resistance can be little, huge deck space for toys, and people generally get less seasick on multi-hulls. This is an example of low fuel consumption. On the right you see a trimaran using about a sixth of the fuel of a displacement, semi-displacement monohull, or a low displacement monohull, second on the right. What's the difference between a swath, pilot, vessel and a single hull vessel? In vertical movements. With the swath you can keep going 20 knots. With the pilot vessel, with a single hull, 15 knots, you get too many accelerations. The superyacht builders and designers, do they have to start from scratch? No, they don't. Because in this industry, the commercial industry, passenger catamarans have been successful for, again, 50, 60 years. So we can learn a lot from this industry in terms of comfort, in terms of movement, accelerations. The future, what will the future bring in this industry? More fuel efficient hulls, slimmer hulls. Aesthetics can be improved. Many people think that multi-hulls can be sleeker. Foiling, we have seen a picture before. America's cover, but the same is happening in cruising designs. Cruising designs can now be lifted out of the water and increase their speed by tremendous amounts. I'm a professor teacher at Rotterdam Mainport University, and students have started together with naval architecture officers in Holland to invest in research of multi-hulls. Owners are ready for it, they're asking for new designs, they're asking for comfort, for deck space, and a sport like this can be the right answer. Now, it's new, it's not well known, so it has taken time, but the time is there, people are ready for it. So, if we do not act, European super yacht industry will miss the boat, as simple as that. Do we want to leave the designs and the building to Asia, Australia? Our clients want these kind of yachts, and they want to stand on two legs and be comfortable. Thank you.